Well, there's not much but absolute slop and rubbish in this segment. We sincerely apologise. Have a listen as we well and truly hit level 3. We'll see you at the bottom, I guess. This is Beer and That. And we've got an ESP. That's actually a really good one to have. Simo. No!
It doesn't fit that way.
Okay. I love how it's not that much. Welcome us back in. Welcome us back.
Level 3. I like to call them levels now.
Levels is better.
We're all looking to.
We're at level
to
3.
Fucking make a level, aren't we? You know. Welcome everyone back. I'm really excited to be back on the airwaves with the Fritzl, the Christoph, the man himself, the long-haired Yahoo, the bearded man.
The long hair's gone.
It is, isn't it? You're very corporate at the moment. Well, you're great. It's still you're back wavy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Like not long, but you were short for a bit there. Here we are. We're gonna continue on our merry way, aren't we? And merry we will be.
So segment 3. So typically segment 1 is what beer did we brew, right? And we've got that. Segment 2 is the commercial equivalent, and segment 3 was always like this weird, like nothing.
Yeah, but I've noticed it's always been self-indulgent.
Bleh.
For Chris.
For me.
Which is fair enough because he does the bulk of the work and brews a shitload, so he can be self-indulgent whenever he fucking likes. And today we're doing that, which I'm very, very happy about because he's pulled out of the fridge a barrel-aged British Strong, which keeps on topic, but also won this. You've won this beer. I'm sure you want to. It's from a South Australian brewing club prize, which I'll hold up to the camera.
Yeah, go walk it up there
at some point.
Walk up there.
Do you want to explain why you won this particular
so,
beer?
So the ABCSA, formerly known as Sabsosa, is the amateur brewing competition for South Australia. It's the biggest South Australian amateur brewing competition of the year. Right? I entered 2 meads. One was my 5-year-old Christmas mead, and one was my 2-year-old Sadness mead. And I only called it Sadness mead because that's when I knocked down my house and moved into my grandmother's house and yada, yada, yada. I brewed a mead and sat it in a fermenter for 2 years. The 5-year-old Christmas mead won a gold medal at the ABCSA. And it beat out some amazing mead makers, right?
Is that what it's called now? Does it change names?
Yes, it used to be Sabsosa, now it's ABCSA, right? ABCSA.
Amateur Brewing
Competition of South Australia.
Yeah, okay.
So the SABC...
Why did they change the name?
I don't know.
Okay.
The SABC South Australian Brewing Competition, a brewing club, still holds a couple of competitions a year, normal competitions, but the ABCSA is the big one. That's the, like, you want to win a prize there. And the reason is, if you win a medal at the ABCSA, you qualify to enter in the AABC, which is the Australian Amateur Brewing Competition.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we got a gold in the mead, and I haven't got some of that mead still because we drank a few bottles years ago. And my problem is, or my issue that I have with that is, I think we drank that mead prior to its best, right? So we drank bottles and bottles of that mead years ago. And I had 2 bottles left. I drank one and I entered one into the competition. It was the one that I had like nutmeg, cinnamon, like it was this whole, like it was the Christmas mead.
The Christmas one?
Yeah.
Do we not have a bit of a podcast on that?
We may have years ago. I can't remember it and I can't find it. That doesn't mean that we didn't do it, but I feel like we did. Anyway, I found a couple of bottles, drank one, and I was like, this is good enough to enter. Entered it, won. The problem is with the AABC, they're like, okay, send us a bottle of your award-winning mead.
Unfortunately, I cannot.
And what I've done is I've got my sadness mead, which still actually scored really, really, really well. Really, really well. Oh no.
It begins.
I've got a few bottles here for you too, by the way, to take home. What I did was I back sweetened it with about 3 kilos. So I had 30 litres of that mead left that was aged for 2 years. I put it on 2 kilos of blueberries and I back sweetened it with 3 kilos of Adelaide honey. I really like how it's tasting now. But the problem is I won a gold with the dry mead. And I'm now entering a dry, I think it's called a hydromel, which is the low ABV. And now I'm entering a melomel, which is a fruited mead, at the next ABV. Because we were like borderline with the...
Right.
And with the extra honey and stuff, it goes to that next level. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see how that goes. And if that goes goes well at all, we'll report back and do a tasting. But if it doesn't, we'll forget that we said anything.
We got so indulgent.
So,
So a bit of me. But that's all right.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to drink a bottle of the prize.
The prize is the barrel-aged British Strong.
Pour us up, Simo.
9%.
Yeah, so SABC... So what happened here was the SA Brewing Club brewed a beer with Pirate Life. It was an ESB. And
Right.
they barrel-aged it. And they forgot about this beer, right?
Forgot about it.
And when Pirate Life found the barrels, they were like, hey, let's bottle this, slap a label on it, and there you go. You can do what you want with it. And SABC decided that they were going to give whatever they had left away to the gold medal winners. So you and I, Andrew, are one of a very select few who will ever drink this beer. That's the whole... This 7-minute preamble...
We've come to this.
Is to let you know that we are one of only a couple of people who are going to ever drink this. Cheers.
It's actually really good. and I fucking hate barrel-aged stuff.
You don't like barrel aged?
Fucking hate it. Generally, I have a really big opposition to whiskey barrel aged, anything that's sort of barrel aged.
Why?
I hate
You don't like the flavour?
bourbon.
Okay.
I hate whiskey. I'm not. I use strong terms, but it's funny. In the last, what am I? 34 now. Drunk early days on something like that. Have spent 20 years, I guess now, avoiding that.
Yeah.
I now work with a man, Hayden Wood, lovely bloke, who's 50. Massive beer drinker. We had one of his hippopotamus.
Yes.
Who's a...
I thought that was okay still.
Yeah. For a king killer. Yeah. Is a big whiskey drinker and has been pushing me to try a heap of stuff. And
It's not in your wheelhouse, basically.
fucking miles away. And I kept saying, he said, no. And he'd give me a little bit here and there and just say, taste this over time, like knock off on a Friday. And he's starting to turn me, like the cogs have started to go in a direction. And I wonder whether his influence over the last 18 months
Of course.
have made me go. So when I see barrel aged or anything, I just go next. Like on beer, I go next. Like won't even go.
Even a lambic, like a Ragoose or something
yes.
like that. Okay. I think that
100%.
you will turn now because it's also like a I don't know if we've had the best stuff, and the reason I say that right is because as I was looking through this stuff here, I found a bottle there that was like a stout that I brewed that was like a barrel aged or Scotch Scotch stout. That was just ripe at the time. Now, but I feel like if we drank it now, given the extra age and the time and the sharpness becomes round. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not.
I've never had that though.
Okay.
Like in a lot of that stuff, it is just so piercing. If you talk about sharp, like it pierces me. So
I really don't.
I
hate this.
don't know whether it's because that barrel, like that smoky whiskey.
This doesn't have that.
Right? It does a smidge to me.
Tiny bit.
But if a year ago before I met Hayden Wood and he's got me onto trying all this other stuff with whiskies and stuff, whether I'd go, not for me. Or, which is interesting for me, this is just purely subjective, or whether I go, holy fuck, but having never had these whiskies, go on, this is brilliant.
Let's do this. Let's do the
very difficult
appearance, aroma, taste, mouthfeel. Let's do the whole lot. So if you compare it to my ESB is like caramel color. Smells like toffee and biscuits. This is black as the devil's dick. Do you know what I mean? Like this is.
It's polar opposites, isn't it? Like,
and the smell is vanilla to me. Like
so on a
barrels, like
BJCP. These are British ales, aren't they?
This is a British, a barrel aged British ale. Yes.
Under.
I don't know what the style would be.
Okay.
This doesn't. So
they're going to be. These aren't British ales, and then like
Nah.
A1 being strong, A2.
This might be like a 33 or whatever it is, which is like barrel aged. Like there is a style that is like aged beer or barrel aged beer. I can't remember what it is, but like this to me isn't close to what the ESB that I brewed is. They're not even in the same ballpark. Is that fair?
100%. Yeah, they're miles apart, aren't they? Like comparatively. Yeah, this British Strong Ale was handcrafted in Adelaide by Pirate Life and the SABC. It's year on oak, proving good things indeed do take time. Tasting notes, Chris.
Go.
Expect notes of dried fruit, molasses,
Yes, molasses.
and malt whiskey from the Bespoke barrel-aged release. Now, I don't know whether I should fuck myself, but I like the part where it says expect notes of dried fruit, molasses, and malt whiskey.
Yeah.
But why does it say from a Bespoke barrel-aged release? What does that mean? What does that mean to everyone?
Bespoke means that it is like a one of a kind,
I know what Bespoke means.
and it's a barrel aged release. So it's
Yeah, but it doesn't give me any more about the beer, does it? Well, it does. Hang on. Well, it does. You're right, it does. Maybe I'm being negative because I knew where this beer came from because you told me.
Yeah,
If
man.
I bought that from a random shop and been like, what the fuck is this? I guess it does tell you.
yeah. That this will not be brewed again.
Yeah.
It will. It is
I
a one of a
retract
kind.
that. I retract that. I was being really negative there. But dried fruit, molasses, and malt whiskey, it's a perfect,
I get a lot of vanilla too. Do you get vanilla?
Hang on.
Have a sip. It's just really dark for an English pale, like, or an English bitter.
Not a lot of vanilla, a little bit. Do you know what it reminds me of? My grandmother Rhonda on my paternal side used to make the Christmas pudding. And I don't think she washed the coins that well.
I know what you're talking about. Where they would give you like a nickel or a whatever.
It'd be like the 5 and 10 cent pieces or whatever.
It would be baked into the fruitcake.
Yeah, correct. And you'd have that real zinky,
Yep.
like,
I get the same
taste in
thing.
there.
Yep.
But it was smothered in a wonderful vanilla, whatever that.
All
like,
rich
like
flavours.
that rich flavour.
Yeah.
Correct. That's what I get. I think of Nana Rhonda.
Yeah. This is rich. This is cake. This is. I would never. Okay, if I'm so knowing what this tastes like, I am not buying this again.
Romantically, I would. Only on romance. Romance for me, knowing that it's a one-off, knowing that it was left for a year, knowing that it was
forgotten about. Yeah.
And for gold medal winners and that kind of stuff.
Only gold medal winners got this, by the way. So to taste this beer right now, you had to win a gold medal at the South Australian Amateur Brewing Competition.
I'm a super romantic. I think.
Yeah, I think
I'm a romantic.
You are 100%.
I do.
What are you talking about? You think? Yes, you are. 100%.
I think I enjoy the romance of things. Yeah, so I do believe that if I saw this for sale, I would buy it purely from tonight on the romance. If that had been a Joe Bloggs British barrel aged stout at 9% on $20 a bottle, no.
Can I tell you?
Probably wouldn't.
So second place winners got a bottle of the ESB that they brewed at TAFE. At TAFE.
Okay.
And when I found out that gold medal winners got this beer and silver medal winners got the ESB, I was like, please make sure that the meat I entered wins a gold. There was something about this that I was like,
it seems exclusive, and that's what I'm saying with the romance. Like, is this not exclusive as fuck? Like, are we?
Yeah.
Are we one of a very few?
I'm a very romantic person. We said this at the start of this segment that you and I.
We should get Georgia on.
A few, no. We've done that with Georgia. She's
I'm really romantic in terms of one-offs. Like, I'm a little bit of a hoarder as well. Like if I get a wine bottle, like, I'll surprise you open. That's why I said to you, actually off air, like, Chris was like, "Do we open it?" And I was like, "No, don't, because that's your prize money." Like, but the comment is like, "Well, fuck you. Well, you hold on to it for 3 or 4 years, don't you?" And then you don't enjoy it with anyone, really.
We could. Yeah, I wanted to open this with Andrew. Like that. That was the big thing. I've debated on. So I've got a few videos that I've made which I haven't released, but I've got about what to do with this beer.
Right.
And to me, it's like a sunset. A sunset isn't as beautiful unless you are sitting with someone else. Yeah.
My cervix is getting lubricated. Go on.
So I couldn't sit and drink this beer on my own.
Of course not. And that's the beauty, I think, of anything that's packaged in this way or in anything bigger. And anything that we hold close to us, because none of us are fucking psychotic.
Yeah.
I hope. Because we all want to enjoy things with other people. That's why we're in a relationship. That's why we do everything that
That's
we do.
why we do what we do.
Correct. Yeah. And I'm so glad you picked me, because I'm thrilled with this. And it's something that I would
For a barrel-aged beer.
I would never fucking pick this. I hate this. I fucking hate this. I want to throw the bottle at your head. But what I'm drinking, I really like. I really like it. And I wouldn't lie about that. Like we know each other enough that I'd go, "Thanks for sharing it with me, but I fucking hated it."
Yeah.
Because we will do that over and over.
But we don't hate this. And
I don't hate this.
That's the difference.
Which is quite amazing, because I don't hate this. And I should. And I want to. But I like it.
Fantastic beer.
Lovely. It's actually fucking lovely, to be honest.
I don't know if we could ever... Like, this is hard to...
I'd only ever share that. And that's not even a full 7 ml bottle. Is that... It's
What
only
is
a
it?
500?
I actually don't know.
Oh, 640 ml bottle.
Wow.
Like, that's
a weird
isn't it?
amount of liquid.
But that's all you could share of that. For us.
I wouldn't want any more of that, and I wouldn't want any less. I'm glad of the amount that
It was
we got.
really nice. It was really nice.
Okay, Andrew.
Yep.
Our first podcast back in 3 years, essentially.
Yeah.
How do you think it went?
Out of
Out of bottles of
Granite Creek.
Granite Creek Casey Block. 0 being
Barrel-aged British strongs.
0 being horrendous and 5 being fantastic. How many bottles of Granite Creek Casey Block 2021 Shiraz do you think we did?
I think we did 5.5.
5.5 out of 5.
Yeah. Don't you? I think we had a really good time.
I had a lovely time. This is so good.
The people that had stuck by us through thick and thin, and there's been a lot of thin lately.
There's been a lot of thin. There's been
There's been a lot of fuck all.
There's here. Thank you to everyone who's been listening to the backlog, by the way.
I'm really thankful, and if anyone, and I mean this, I'm looking down the barrel of the Japai, wants to come and join. There are cheap flights to Adelaide. Come get a seat and have fun with us. Come and play. We've having some fun. I have had the best fun I've had in months. I love my child now, like this new child. He's 1 now, but it's taken time. And Hannah, like that's been 5 years.
It's the best. It's the best.
But I like this a lot.
We've had the best time ever, and it doesn't matter that it's taken.
I think I said that like I didn't love him. I love him a lot.
No, we both love it. Anyway, Simo,
Cheers.
we're back podcasting. That's the biggest thing. Thank you very much
Before
for
we
hanging
sign
with
off,
us.
see you at the bottom.
See you at the bottom. See you at the bottom. That's the. You didn't have to sculpt that. You didn't have to sculpt that.
But I said see you at the bottom.
If I say see you at the, let's say see you at the bottom. Let's see you at the bottom of that glass of red.
Okay.
See you at the bottom.
Here at the bottom.
See you at the. No, that's
You're not doing it.
That's not the bottom.
Yeah, but you're not doing it.
Okay, see you at the bottom.
It's too good a wine. He's doing it. He did it. He's doing it. He did it. He's doing it. He did it.
Oh, I did it.
But I did it with the stout.
See you at the bottom, Andrew.
See you at the bottom. We're going to be sick.
No, we're going to be sick. Thank you. See you in the next one.
We're gonna have a good time at Toads. Whoa!